Happy New Year! This is Kassie with the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of January the 1st to January the 7th. If you haven't already, make sure you check your sign for 2024. You will find the link in the description below. Or you can also have an extended version of that reading. It's an email reading I'm offering at 70% discount, and you will find it in my e-shop on my website www.kassiekai.com, and there you will find me if you want to have a personal reading with me. There's also a lot of free content in my website. There are articles on how to read tarot. You can also see your birth card. You put your date of birth and you get which card corresponds to the day you were born. And either you want a tarot reading or you are interested in learning more about tarot, I'm sure you will find it interesting. If you are new here, if you are new to my channel, and you like the way I interpret the cards, the subscribe button so that you don't miss anything new that comes up. Every week there are weekly predictions, every day daily predictions, seasonal videos, and much more. But let's see what the first week of the year holds for us. For Aries, we had the Five of Pentacles, and now it's the Empress. A nice card to open the year for you, Aries. Last week you may have been through a rather challenging phase, as marked by the Five of Pentacles, a card that's often linked to feelings of scarcity or going through a difficult time. This week, however, you are entering a far more positive and nurturing energy with the Empress. The energy of this week is generous, is focused on well-being. Unlike the hardships or scarcities you may have experienced last week, this week is all about taking care of yourself. The Empress encourages you to focus on what you deserve and what you need. In your career, after what may have felt like setbacks or financial difficulties last week, this week brings promise of growth, progress, especially if things have been stagnant. Expect a steady, albeit slow progress that is substantial and lasting. In your love life, if you're curious about someone's feelings towards you, they do have feelings, they feel attracted to you, they feel drawn to you. Maybe you felt isolated or disconnected last week, but the Empress indicates a shift towards love, towards more positive vibes. Remember not to become too overprotective or too possessive, because these are traits of the negative Empress, as that could create imbalance. An earth sign individual will play a significant role this week, possibly a Taurus, as Taurus is associated with Venus, and given the Empress is ruled by Venus, Friday could be a pivotal day for you. So you're moving from a week of potential hardship into a week of growth and self-care. Relationships will be warmer, the outlook of personal projects or career is more promising. Although progress may be slow, the results will be substantial and long-lasting. For Taurus, we had the Three of Swords and now it's the Sun. Last week may have been a little challenging with the Three of Swords, maybe some disappointment, heartbreak for some of you, or some form of emotional pain. But this week promises a much brighter outlook with the Sun. The Sun is clarity, vitality, positivity. After a week where emotional issues might have been clouding your judgment, the Sun comes to offer crystal clear understanding. Secrets may be revealed, or you might come to a realization yourself. Either way, this will be transformative for you. Even if you felt isolated or pained last week, this is a good week for social activities and connecting with those who bring joy and light into your life. Activities involving children or those young at heart are especially favored. The Sun, as a life-giving force, will bring much-needed light to any dark corners of your personal life, whether they concern sexuality, pregnancy, or other life-affirming aspects. In your career, if you were confused or indecisive last week, expect much clearer paths in your career choices now. New projects or job offers may emerge, imbued with a sense of promise and optimism. It's a good week for advancing your professional goals. In love, if there were emotional turbulence last week, now the things are getting better, things are improving, you have a more optimistic vibe this week. If you were dealing with conflicts or emotional distancing, the sun promises a renewal of passion, a brighter outlook. If secrets or misunderstandings cast shadows on your relationship, this week there will be conversations. And if you are open, honest, then things will get much better. The sun is associated with Leo, so perhaps there will be a Leo individual, sun or ascendant that will play a role. And Sunday will be a significant day for you, so keep an eye on what unfolds then. For Gemini, we had the High Priestess last week, and now it's the Nine of Pentacles. In the week that just passed, the High Priestess likely brought you moments of deep intuition, inner wisdom. You may have found yourself acting more passively, more contemplatively, listening to your inner voice, and some of you must have discovered secrets or deeper meanings in some relationship, in a situation. Entering the upcoming week, the Nine of Pentacles represents success, self-sufficiency, practical matters, achieving solid results. So after the intuitive insights from the High Priestess, it's now to manifest those real-world outcomes you've been aiming for. In your career this week, your hard work starts to pay off, possibly with financial rewards, some money coming your way, or positive recognition at work. Your confident decision-making skills will serve you well in career matters. Be proud but also be humble, as your achievements are a testament to your diligence. If you're in a relationship, this card indicates a stable, secure relationship. For singles, your self-sufficiency and confidence will attract positive attention. So if you focus on yourself, if you are confident, if you are sure what you want, you know what you want, then you will see that you attract the right kind of person. In either case, the Nine of Pentacles is a sign to focus on creating a stable emotional environment for yourself. Now, how someone sees you, how they feel about you. They see you as someone who is secure, grounded, loyal, reliable. They appreciate you and they feel that you bring stability into their lives. However, they might also feel that at times you are content with being alone and could be hesitant to disturb you at times. So make sure that you don't come across as too independent. The astrological association of the Nine of Pentacles is Venus in Virgo. This might suggest that a Virgo or someone embodying Virgo-like qualities of practicality, organization, will play a significant role in your life this week. Their impact will likely bring you closer to achieving your goals, either personal or professional goals. Your strong day this week will be Friday, which is associated with Venus, the planet of love and relationships. For Cancer, we had the King of Swords and now it's the Six of Cups. The King of Swords likely characterized your previous week as a period of clarity, intellectual pursuits, authority. You might have had to make important decisions or stand your ground in some way. And that's using your intellect, clear thinking, and there might have been a situation that was too complex and you needed to find a logical solution. Now the Six of Cups brings a softer, more nostalgic energy to your week. You may find yourself reconnecting with people or places from the past, and events that took place between November the 2nd and November the 11th could come full circle now. This week could see you revisiting old projects at work or reconnecting with former colleagues. While it's tempting to dwell in the past sometimes, make sure you are also looking ahead and planning for the future in your career. In love, if you're considering giving an ex or an old friend a second chance, be aware that while the dynamics will feel familiar, they are unlikely to change substantially. Make your choices based on a realistic assessment of the past, not an idealized one. Now, how someone feels about you. Someone may be feeling particularly nostalgic about your relationship. They value the emotional comfort and familiarity you bring, but might not be prepared for significant changes or progress in the relationship. The astrological association of this card is Sun in Scorpio, so this week secrets might come to light, either about you or revealed by you. The Sun in Scorpio provides you with the energy to dig deep and get to the root of matters. The astrological energy might lead to surprising revelations or events that feel fated or synchronous, because the Six of Cups is one of the karmic cards. Your strong day this week will be Tuesday, which is ruled by Mars, a planet that can fuel your willpower and desire to act. For Leo, we had the Ace of Pentacles last week, and now it's the Moon. Last week, Leo, you likely experienced the promising beginnings foretold by the Ace of Pentacles. This card often brings opportunities for new financial or career ventures, suggesting a phase of growth and material success. It might have been a time where you planted a seed for future or took initial steps towards a significant goal. As you move into this week, the energy becomes more introspective and mysterious with the Moon. This major arcana card symbolizes the deeper, often hidden aspects of life. It's a time for introspection, dealing with uncertainties, and exploring your subconscious. The Moon often brings out what's beneath the surface: emotions, fears, dreams, but also intuition. In your professional life, the Moon can indicate a period of uncertainty or confusion. You might find that things are not as clear-cut as they seemed. It's essential to trust your intuition and look beyond the obvious. Be wary of misunderstandings or miscommunications at work. In matters of the heart, the Moon suggests a time to explore your deeper feelings, your uncertainties in a relationship. If you are in a partnership, it's a period to address unspoken issues, hidden aspects of your relationship. If there are things that haven't been said, now it's a good week to discuss. Singles might find themselves attracted to mysterious or emotionally complex individuals. If you're considering someone's feelings towards you, they might be dealing with their own emotional complexities or uncertainties. Their feelings could be deep and profound, yet not fully understood or expressed. They may be exploring their feelings internally before they can fully open up to you. The strong day of this week will probably be Monday. For Virgo, we had the Nine of Pentacles and now it's the Judgment. The past week under the Nine of Pentacles was likely a time of introspection, self-care, financial or emotional security. You probably found yourself reaping the benefits of past labor, enjoying a sense of solitude, maybe self-reliance. As you move into the week ahead, the Judgment promises a shift in energies. Prepare for significant news, communications, or revelations that could lead to transformative changes. There's a focus on endings and new beginnings. What comes to a close now makes way for a fresh start. In career, decisions or plans may involve a collaborative effort this week, possibly with someone who shares your work ethic or vision. Trust your judgment and consider the lessons from the past, because the Judgment is the card of the past. And that could lead to a better outcome. In love, if you felt that a relationship or a situation didn't work in the past, the judgment warns that without changes, history is likely to repeat itself. You may find yourself compelled to make significant changes in your love life, even if that means stepping out of your comfort zone. If you want to know how someone feels about you, the person in question likely feels a special, possibly karmic connection with you, but they might not be ready to fully commit to it. They may appear reserved as they are waiting a personal realization in order to be able to fully embrace the connection. This card often signifies transformation, rebirth, pointing to a need for significant change. While change may not be your preferred state, trusting the process could lead you to a more fulfilling place in life. The week could also present events or meetings that have a fated or karmic quality to them. For Libra, we had the Two of Cups and now the Tower. Last week, under the influence of the Two of Cups, you likely found harmony, mutual respect, emotional balance, perhaps in a romantic relationship or a meaningful partnership at work. There was likely an atmosphere of reciprocal love and understanding. However, this week brings the Tower's disruptive energy into play. Expect the unexpected, as a sudden revelation or event might shake the foundations of a situation you thought was stable. The dynamics could change dramatically, challenging you to decide whether to rebuild or move on. At work, expect a sudden shift that might require you to reevaluate plans or your strategies. Perhaps a project or alliance you thought was stable will destabilize. Use this as an opportunity to reassess and rebuild on a more solid ground. In relationships, the Tower is a little disruptive. It shows an abrupt change. Something that you took for granted could change, or you might find that your feelings for someone change in a significant way. And that will also change the dynamics of this relationship. Now, how someone feels about you. Their feelings may undergo a drastic shift, whether it's a realization about the relationship or a sudden change in circumstances. The Tower suggests that their feelings are in the process of changing. The astrological association of this card is Mars. Mars's energy is potent, meaning you will feel compelled to take action because Mars is the planet of action. And you will confront issues head-on. Beware, as this also makes it a high-risk week for arguments and misunderstandings. While the Tower is notorious for its disruptive energy, remember that distraction often paves the way for new beginnings. So if you've been looking for a sign or push from the universe, this could very well be it. Your strong day this week will be Tuesday, ruled by Mars, that aligns perfectly with the Tower's energy and the call to take decisive action. For Scorpio, we had the Seven of Pentacles and now it's the Two of Wands. Last week you found yourself in a reflective state under the Seven of Pentacles, likely evaluating your life's work or your personal investments. You probably took stock of your accomplishments, pondered on the next steps, making this a period of strategic pause and assessment. This week, the powerful and dynamic Two of Wands takes over. It's a stark contrast to last week's energy, but perfectly aligns with your introspection. The Two of Wands is a card of action, decision-making, urging you to translate your thoughts into actions. In your professional life, decisions are waiting to be made. You might find yourself at a crossroads, needing to choose between two different significant career paths or two different projects. But don't fear, you're more than capable of making the right choice. Your insights, assertive energy this week can pave the way for success. This is a pivotal week for love as well. If someone is trying to manipulate or deceive you, Your intuition and confidence will make short work of any dishonesty. This week you will either find clarity in your existing relationship or a new option may catch your attention. The astrological association of the Two of Wands is Mars in Aries, imbued with an assertive force. This energetic alignment will make you strong-willed and will give you a clear sense of purpose. However, exercise caution so that your directness doesn't come across as hurtful. This week you will realize the value of time and life. The Two of Wands is a powerful reminder that your life is your own and you are its chief architect. If you want to know how someone feels about you, there are second thoughts or their feelings are fluctuating. There is strong attraction, but there's also some hesitation, some ambiguity. So let things settle down first so that you are able to see the whole picture. This is an empowering week for you, Scorpio. Your strong day will likely be Tuesday, when Mars's influence is at its peak. On this day, you will be particularly capable of taking decisive actions that will set the tone for the rest of the week. For Sagittarius, we had the Six of Cups and now the Lovers. Last week, under the energy of the Six of Cups, you likely found yourself thinking of the past, perhaps reuniting with people, situations from your past. It could have been a period of emotional exploration, nostalgic experiences. This week we have the energy of the Lovers, indicating decisions and options that can't be ignored. While last week was about looking back, this week is about making choices that will define your future. In your professional life, you're presented with options. One path may be more tempting or exciting, while the other appears to offer more security. The Lover's card urges you to choose wisely, considering both immediate satisfaction and long-term stability. In love, if you have experienced conflicts or misunderstandings in your relationship recently, this week promises a shift towards harmony, stability, balance. The Lovers suggest that choices made in your personal relationships will be significant this week, possibly leading to deeper commitments, or conversely considering other options if things aren't working. If you're curious about how someone feels about you, know that their feelings are tinged with romantic, sexual undertones. However, they may be hesitating due to a pending decision that they have yet to make. The astrological association of the Lovers is Libra. Expect your social interactions, partnerships, communications to come into focus this week. Decisions may involve joining or leaving social groups or communities, depending on whether they resonate with your energy or not. A notable day is Saturday. Keep an eye on Saturday for potentially positive developments or news that could influence your decision-making process. For Capricorn, we had the Queen of Pentacles and now the Queen of Wands. Last week, under the influence of the Queen of Pentacles, your focus was likely on stability, creating a harmonious environment in both your personal or professional life. The Queen of Pentacles often reflects someone who is a natural caregiver, responsible and efficient in handling material matters. As you move into this week, the Queen of Wands comes into play, bringing with her an entirely different but complementary energy. In your career, the Queen of Wands is a signal to take action and make things happen in your work life. If there have been projects or tasks lingering, now is the time to tackle them head-on. This Queen is all about execution. She gets things done efficiently, without hesitation. If you've been the one making plans, now you'll be the one implementing them, and people will be surprised at your speed and efficiency. In love, if you're wondering how someone feels about you, the Queen of Wands shows passionate, positive emotions. Attraction and even sexual feelings are strong under this card, so expect a meaningful and positive encounter this week. The Queen of Wands might represent a fire sign individual in your life, possibly an Aries, who is becoming more active and more decisive. If this person has been indecisive or hesitant, you'll notice a shift towards a more meaningful action, a more meaningful connection with you. This is not a week for hesitations or second thoughts. You're likely to be the driving force behind activities, initiatives. Whether it's in your personal or professional life, your role will be that of an organizer and an initiator. For Aquarius, we had the Knight of Swords and now the Two of Cups. Last week, under the influence of the Knight of Swords, you likely found yourself in a rush of mental and communicative energy, fast thinking, quick decisions, and an almost aggressive approach to getting what you want. The Knight of Swords often brings a storm of activity, but can sometimes lead us to situations without enough forethought. So this week changes the energy, brings an energy of partnerships, meaningful connection thanks to the Two of Cups. You may find yourself collaborating closely with a colleague or a client, and this partnership promises to be not just professional but also deeply rewarding. Now is a time to make plans for future progress and solidify ongoing relationships in your work arena. The Two of Cups is often associated with romantic partnerships, and in that context, you can expect a deepening of your relationship. Whether it's a new love interest or an existing relationship, the energies of this week favor emotional and sexual intimacy. If you've been yearning for a deeper connection, this week offers a powerful opportunity to achieve just that. If you want to know how someone feels, they feel you are on the same wavelength because the Two of Cups is a card of compatibility. They share similar expectations, which is crucial in a relationship, similar visions for the future. So take this as a sign to make future plans with someone special or even with a friend. With the Two of Cups representing Venus in Cancer, your emotional and empathic abilities will be heightened. Trust your intuitive impressions as they are likely to be accurate. However, be aware that emotions can run high, including possessive or jealous tendencies, either from you or people around you. Pay special attention to events or themes that unfolded between June 21st to July the 1st, as they may have a recurrence or offer lessons this week. This could be in any area of life, so be mindful of changes or repeats in patterns. Strong days are Tuesday and Friday. For Pisces, we had the Nine of Swords and now the King of Pentacles. Last week, the King of Pentacles urged you to channel your inner business leader, focusing on material, financial aspects of your life. It was a week where you may have made strides in your career or set a foundation for long-term security. You might have displayed excellent managerial skills, both in terms of resources and relationships. In your career, transitioning from the productivity of the King of Pentacles, this week presents a different vibe altogether. The Hanged Man suggests a pause in the usual rush. It's an opportune time for you to reassess your career goals, perhaps think of ways to achievement that you hadn't considered before. If you've been running full throttle, this week calls for a slowdown and contemplation. It's a break between two phases, and use it wisely. In your relationships, if you're wondering how someone feels, they may be feeling stuck or distanced from you. This pause is temporary and likely for a reason. If you're in this state yourself, use this week to really reflect on your feelings. The Hanged Man indicates a time for inward journeying, to understand what or whom you might need to sacrifice to move forward in the relationship. The Hanged Man is associated with Neptune, the planet of dreams and illusions. This influence makes this week a potent time for spiritual or artistic endeavors, but also warns you to be cautious. The nebulous energy of Neptune can sometimes cloud judgment or create confusion. Make sure to ground yourself and see situations clearly. Sacrifice might be a theme for you this week, whether that's letting go of a habit, a thought pattern, or even a relationship that no longer serves you. This sacrifice is meant to prepare you for the next chapter of your life. So these were the weekly tarot horoscopes for the first week of the year, January the 1st to January the 7th. I wish you again a happy new year, full of success, prosperity, happiness, love, and I will see you next week.